Hi. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Hope everyone's well. Boxing Day now, isn't it? I hope you all survived Christmas okay. And everyone is happy and sober and all the rest of it. Um, because it can be troubling time for a lot of people when Christmas is around the corner. And Merry Christmas, and hope everyone's managed to be healthy and happy, really, because that's what we need to be, isn't it? Now it's Boxing Day, it's nearly over. Normal service will be resumed in life, I suppose. Hi Neil, hope you're well and nice to see you. You had a good Christmas. Mark, yes, been to see my kids today. Much more enjoyable than a thick head. Of course it is. That's exactly what it is all about, isn't it? A clear head, a nice, clean, living day, that I call it. I mean, it's hard to get used to sometimes the difference in your way of life when you don't drink. It is different. It is a different way of life. It's not the same as when you used to pop the pub and you were in a bit of a, it's a bit of a cycle. It was a bit of a habit, you know. Neil, Merry Christmas, Steve. Thank you. Merry Christmas to everyone on here. And it just takes a bit of getting used to this, not going to the pub and not drinking and whatever you used to use it for. I'll tell you something now. There's not many's watching yet, but people who are you leave behind, should we say, in life when you get sober, and you your life will improve when you get sober. And you have to get rid of the negativity, get rid of the negative people. Thanks so much, Mark. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas, everybody. And the people you used to associate with will do anything they can to bring you down again. It's amazing. It's amazing to me, or amazes me, how fascinated people are with my life now in all sorts of ways. And it's because they can't get out of the mess they're in. I'm sure that's half of it. And they see you as a threat, and they resent you. Even your mere presence can sometimes kick them off because they're stuck. You see, it's not what you're doing; it's what the way they think. How can he do that? How can he get well and do this and the other? It's horrendous. Jealousy is a very strong emotion. So watch out for that. I think sometimes kick the weaker of amongst us in the teeth. And it would have done me a few years ago, but not now. I'm strong. And that's the only way to go. Blackstone, so sober. Good evening, Steve. How are you doing, Blackstone? Puffball, didn't even think about it seriously. I spent 4 days with my old mum, which was hard work. Granny May through approaching 6 months sober. Well done there, 6 months sober. Also, your mum will appreciate that. So we're all going to be old one day. You've got to remember that. They are hard work, without a doubt. But so we when we're babies, so give a bit back. That's a nice message, Puff. Hello, Scorcher. Blackstone, my aunt's boyfriend drank a bottle of vodka last night and ended up arguing in front of the family with her. He had to apologise this morning and felt looked awful. See, it all starts bollocks off, doesn't it? Drinking. Total mess and total cycle of destruction. That's all it is. It's not good at all. Zamia Adams. Sorry. I had 6 beers and a bottle of whiskey. Oh, it's heavy going, isn't it? As long as you keep control of it. Topper, even Steve, and all. Had my usual 4 bottles of San Miguel Boxing Day. That's okay. Goodness me. I mean, we're talking about I used to drink 25 pints a day and it mess and nearly died. There's nothing wrong with social drinking, controlled drinking. There's nothing wrong with that. Gareth, I sober in Dublin. It's not as bad as I thought. Days are a bit long this time of year, but doing well though after each other. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, the days are long, but they'll get shorter. Not short. They'll go past more pleasantly when you got more to do. Leslie, another sober. Leslie Hall, another sober guy here. Steve, happy days. Fantastic, Leslie. Steve, hi, Stephen. TO1, was it T1? Jumping Jack, good evening. I hope you all have had a good sober Christmas. Yeah, great to see you. Thank you. Yeah, it's been really good. Really good. Saw my mother yesterday for a while. Then my fiance came over with some beautiful food. And we'll see my daughter at the weekend with her partner and the baby. So, yeah, it was really good. I used to dread Christmas when I was drinking. I'd lie and have stock and feel terrible and not be able to eat. No, I loved it. No, I love it. Last 5 years, 6 years have been fantastic. Steve, first sober Christmas since I was 18. Feel so much better for 2 months sober. Keep it going, everyone. Good news. That's very positive from Steve there. Chris Adams, day 541. Top man. My streak is 8583. I don't see a good reason to try drinking again. At least not tonight. No, don't start at all, Chris. No reason to start at all. But I know what you're saying. I did start after 8 years, but I got caught out there. You've got to be very, very, very aware of this. You know, as I said earlier, your sobriety has to be your priority every single day. Days feel long when you stop, but you'll also live longer. Exactly. But you'll do more as well. You're only masking the problems. You're only masking the long days by drinking because you think, it's nice and relaxing. But it's not relaxing. It's going to kill you. A lot of people don't realize, and this is going. Let's move on forward to 2 weeks' time. Everyone's back to work. Okay, you go to work as best you can. Get back. Have a bite at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. You might have a couple of drinks. You're going to go to bed maybe 10 off 10 because work does it traps you work, doesn't it? Not as much as alcohol does, but so you have a few drinks. Your body starts to work overtime when you're supposed to be sleeping. So you never get any rest because you're either working or you're up or you're drinking. It's hard enough to get up for a flight on holiday and you're sober and might go work. So, when you're hungover, I don't know how I managed to get up for work when I was hungover. It's horrendous when I look back. Master, sober in Dublin, good as well. Well done, fantastic. You have this, yeah, of course you do. Chris Soul. There's a lot of people on here getting well, which is fantastic to see. Plus, having a few drinks is a problem. A drink is bad. The insatiable hunger for more is what causes the nightmare. You're so right there, mate. 1, 2, 3, and you want 33. That's the problem. There's no off switch with alcoholics. I'll keep saying alcoholics. People say it's a different word now. Different saying. Alcohol used to it's alcoholics. That's it. It's like saying somebody who is overweight is vertically challenged, or they've got a bit of, extra whatever. They're just fat people. We're alcoholics. That's it. Nothing wrong with fat people. That's just an example. Leo, could you say hi to my friend Daniel, who loves your content? Hello, Daniel. Nice to see you on here. Pop on, if you can. Jason, how do you feel about stopping with another addict at the same time? Not a problem if you want to be sober. You have to do it for yourself anyway, But it's not easy if you're with somebody who's drinking too much. I wouldn't have thought. So Marna, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Happy Boxing Day, happy Christmas and all that. Hope everything's good with you. Master, move your cursor over the 3 dots next to your comment. What's that? To edit it. All right, Tony. So Boxing Day is nearly over now. A lot of people were relieved in that because there's a lot of social pressure to drink. A lot of social pressure on people to get into this. Oh, you must be happy it's Christmas time. You know what I mean? To me, because I worked in shifts and I was in the police, I've got a couple of pals who are ex-military as well. We could go on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You can go 365. You don't have to be happy at Christmas. I mean, I'm not necessarily happy anyway, but there's this pressure on people to drink and to be merry and, Merry Christmas. Good health to all and all this kind of, It's a lot of bollocks, isn't it? It's counterproductive, all counterintuitive. Sorry. Blessing went to a family thing, had a coffee, did the quiz, had some food, then when the karaoke started, yeah, get out of it. Andrew still sober even after family dinner. Well done, Andrew. See, it'll pass, won't it? Walk away, drive home. Sober is fantastic. Really good. Thanks, Master. It means a lot. I appreciate you. Welcome. Master, good man. No, that thumbnail. Beadle, hello, Stephen. 22 days sober since December the 4th. Watch your channel every day. Spot on, Beadle. See another sober story. It's really good. That's what I'm here for initially. initially. That's when initially I started to help people, and it's just got bigger. So if I do a few different things, like do lives and more videos. I was just going to put the odd video on every week, but people wanted more, and I'm really pleased it's worked for people, because when you're left on your own, your thoughts are pretty desperate, really. But when you at least you can come on the end of a chat or look, watch the videos, make some comments on. Do watch the videos, subscribe, and like them, because it gets the algorithm moving again. It spreads the word a little bit more, a lot more actually. Happy holidays, summer holidays. Let's jump to the. I am 6 years sober. What is your opinion on zero alcohol? I drink zero alcohol, Guinness. I've had no problem with it, but it does trigger some people. So people who are of that ilk, beware of it. I've never had a problem with it. I've never had a problem. The reason I drink the Guinness is because it's got a little bit of taste. But I don't drink lots of it. We don't go to the pub that we used to and drink 15, because you get into the crack and you think you're having a laugh and all that, and you get into the mood of it and you're meeting all these people. You might put another one or two. Hi, Samantha. Hope you are well. I know you've had a bit of a cough. Everything will be good tomorrow, I hope. I'm just talking about how good it is to be sober, isn't it? On a Christmas. Instead of being hungover, trying to hide bottles and looking for bottles you'd already hidden. And the whole thing was like a magic trick. We thought it was. But people will have known what I was doing by nipping upstairs and taking the dog out 20 times and go and have a look in the car, pretend I've left something in the car, and just disappear for 20 minutes. And it's horrendous. But things I used to do to try and get away with boozing. And at the end of the day, it'll kill you. And even with 23 years or so, I must still watch. Yeah, it's a good message now here, Wood. 23 years sober, this guy still got to be aware of it. You see, it's not good. Hi, Stephen. Congratulations, Bill. Keep moving. Definitely, you've got to be watchful, Andrew. Definitely. Pixel, a very good evening, one and all. Stephen, I'm enjoying the cover and happy to say I've had a booze-free Christmas Day and Boxing Day, first time in 30 years. Well, there you go. Fantastic, isn't it? You feel better. You'll have a clearer head. Everything will be good. Hot Penny just got back from the bike ride. We were in Florida. Can't do that. Yeah, it's too cold for bikes today, anyway. Hope you're well, Hot Penny. Sober angler. A lot of people have been sober 4 years. Fantastic. I'm trying to restart with my channel. It helps a lot to give me some info on this. Do you do a channel about, I suppose, angling? Angling's very good. You used to do it as a kid. It's very therapeutic, very relaxing. If you're looking for a hobby, it's a cheap hobby, plenty of availability, and it's very, very good fun. Gets you out and about as well, doesn't it? Well done, Pixie. Samara, Paul Daniels. He couldn't hide the amount of empty Jack Daniels boss. Yeah, Paul Daniels. Yeah, he was a funny little guy, wasn't he? Steve drank 2 bottles of Bully and a bottle of Amore Italian Red yesterday. Spent the whole day trying to feel normal. I will try and stop now from here. Steve, get onto the links on my videos. I do a one-to-one mentoring service. It's helped a lot of people, because sometimes you can't do it on your own. I couldn't do it on my own. I ended up in hospital. It's very difficult to come off booze on your own. You have to have a very good reason to do it. Blackstone Robin Williams described addiction as something that lays in wait. Very good, that. Because even when you've come off it, just give it a little chance to get back, it'll take you down. That's a very good explanation or sentence, isn't it? Something that lays in wait. Very true. So angler gives me a lot of peace. Angling, brilliant, yeah. Hot Penny, feel fantastic. Although cried myself to sleep. Feelings pass. Yeah, time's a great healer, as you know. Ben, hi Steve, thanks for the great lives. You're welcome, Ben. Andrew, I use online AA sources, but will soon get to get to a meeting. Yeah, try. It didn't work for me. It does for a lot of people. You got to make your own decisions on that, Jump Jack, hi Steve, YouTube playing up, so unable to send a super chat. We'll keep trying. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Would you consider alcohol in food a relapse? Not me, thankfully, but I made accidentally had wine gravy yesterday, so not sure. No, that's not a problem. Shouldn't be, God. Bit of wine gravy. We were at the stage where people on here been necking bottles of whiskey at 9 o'clock in the morning. Or, I was in the pub at 8 o'clock in the morning, or drinking cans of Stella at 5 o'clock in the morning. That's a problem. But a bit of wine gravy is not going to harm you. But just be aware of things, Jim Jack, Steve, paying us now send a super chat. Would you consider alcohol or food? No, definitely not. I'm just reading that again about the wine thing. It'd be fine. Dennis, happy Christmas and holidays to everyone. Stay dry, stay strong. Thanks, Dennis. If anybody wants to donate to the channel or support us, then please hit the super chat button. The Buy Me Coffee link's not on here, but it is on the main channel. Couldn't get it on tonight, so YouTube might be playing it. Yeah, unless I just forgot to put it on, which is probably more the thing. So you can buy a coffee, super chat, whatever you like. But thanks for all your support, and it makes a massive difference to the channel to get support. So we've made it this far. Got a couple of days lull now before the New Year's celebrations start. So that's another time you need to watch out, especially when you start to reflect on the year that's gone past. If things happened or what's happened well, what's happened not so well, and you've got to move on. As someone once said, and that's what I really think it was, yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery. Live in the moment a little while, If you're saving, try not to save too much and live a little. It's very important to live now to some degree. Don't go crazy and put your house on the line for a game of roulette, but do live. Right? Because, mother's just saying, it's later than you think. A lot of people I used to work with and I met who were young, fit men and women have died this last year. All sorts of reasons. Not just drink. Not a lot of drinkers have died as well, but people I knew just not here anymore in the 30s and 40s and things. So just live a bit, and you can't live very well when you're drinking. So pretty depressing yesterday. Couldn't get in touch with the family on the phone. Lonely on the boat, but hey ho, I'm sober as well. Because that's the main thing. It's the 27th tomorrow, isn't it? So you're out of it. Penny alcohol cooks out of food. Watch out for pastries and rum cakes. Okay, Penny, I didn't know that. But there's a little bit of alcohol in a lot of fruit, fermented pineapples and all that sort of thing. So we're not sort of talking about a major relapse is when you start drinking, and you start drinking again and again and again. And then within a week you're finished. That's relapse. If you had one sip and put it down again, you won't have a problem. We're talking about people who are like me. There's no off switch once you start, and your brain clicks in and says, "Oh, this is okay now," and it's not. And that's the power of addiction, isn't it? When you just can't stop, and that's when you get in a mess, and your body will break down again. You get the anxiety comes back and all that. So yes, it has been challenging for some people. A few messages through from people who need help, and a few messages from people who relapsed and maybe got themselves back on track again. Because people will think, oh, just have one. Families and relations and friends, they'll just have one, you'll be fine, and you'll not be. They don't understand that one to you could mean your last one, in a way. You're going to get started on again, And that's the danger. People don't understand this addiction. People think it's just, he drinks too much. The general public aren't particularly bright in some ways, I think we're all switched on people. And yeah, I know that because the alcoholics I've come across, in the main, are fairly bright. And a lot of them use alcohol to dull the senses a little bit, to switch off the brain. If that makes sense. A lot of us are overthinkers, quite complex, deep thinkers. And we don't just go through life with a breeze of a few issues. Does that make sense? Dennis, I've seen I've buried too many to not change my life and stay with it. Yeah, you've got to stick with it. You really have to. Because you're not going to get anywhere by drinking. I can't turn the clock back, it's history, but I wish we could teach more people. Get into schools even. I had a teacher contact me the other night and said you should get this message into schools. Somehow, it's just on a spreadsheet or a video or something, Because if people see my story, the Samara story, Blackstone story, people with hot pennies, people who've really suffered with this, it might just put another thought in their head. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Maybe I'll end up like Samara or Hot Penny or Stephen in a mess. Because it can. It often takes people's lives. In the end, it disables a lot of people. A lot of guys I know who are still drinking, and women, men and women. I'm talking about guys, men and women, are in a mess. They look dishevelled, they're skint, they've got no purpose in life. The light's gone off. They've given up. Some people in their 40s have given up. Or putting out cook sort of food or something like that. They've given up their life. You don't want to do that, do you? You want to add, years to your life, a life to years, and keep moving and keep positive and keep being getting a better person. Get to be a better person. Be more reliable, be more loving, be more caring, be more generous. Alcohol just makes you selfish, doesn't it? And you're just so deceitful with cash and bottles and the stress levels. Jesus, we talked about that before. How stressful it is to be in active addiction. It's incredibly hard to live, and you don't function properly, I don't think, because you just become like an automaton. Every day is the same. You're not looking forward to the future. You have no future. Joel, you've got to stop. You've got to see the bigger picture of what life was like before the demon in the bottle got you. Yeah, you've got to do that. You've got to focus, haven't you, again, on being positive again. It's very negative. Alcohol. It's a depressing drug, isn't it? It makes people depressed. It makes people kill themselves, basically, because it gets. I don't mean to laugh there, but it's so bad, and yet it's everywhere, isn't it? The pubs will be packed at New Year again as crackers. Oh, but what purpose could the suffering have if not to crack the code for the way permanently out? I'm as tenacious as a terrier figuring out a solution. I can tell. You what. Peter, George F. Clarke, I remember reading in David Niven's autobiography that eating with his dry alcoholic acting friend Spencer Tracy wouldn't touch the dessert because it had rum in it. Right, there you go. Yeah. Some people can get very overcautious. I think you just got to be sensible. Sensible. Just don't touch alcohol. That's the message. And get yourself healthy again. Then you can start looking at diets and food and stuff like that. But certainly, some people need to keep off it. Well, we all need to keep off it. But don't worry too much about having a banana because you've got a bit of fruit in it. You've got to have all the consultants I've ever seen just say, have a balanced diet. Don't drink. That's it. Give yourself a good chance. You kind of take over your life to the point where you look at every ingredient. You just don't go mad on the booze. Don't drink again. And that's the hardest part of it when people say you can't have a drink the rest of your life and you've been using alcohol all your life. You think, gee, that's a massive emotional hit, isn't it? That's what a lot of people say. It's one day at a time, isn't it? That's all you can do. Michael, how is Stephen and everybody in Big House to chat? We're amazed at how many live podcasts you've been doing these holidays. Thank you and happy Boxing Day to our friends, Canada and UK. Yeah, that's brilliant. We've got a few people on from Scandinavia the other night as well. There's Norway and Denmark. Bloomis comes from Denmark, doesn't he? He's on quite a lot. If anyone wants to support the channel, please hit the super chat button or the buy me coffee links on the main channel. And it all helps to keep the channel at the forefront of this, and it seems to be growing quite steadily. And it's because I think people trust each other on here. Any bullshit just gets eradicated straight away. They had a few trolls on. They shouldn't have gone, which is a bonus, but it doesn't matter. I think let them come on and do their thing, and then we'll just get rid of them. Hi, TK. Hope you're well. Have we had any problems over the Christmas? I know one guy said he had got a bottle of champagne in the morning, but as long as you're drawn back into it full time, the key to relapse is to get back on sober again, isn't it? And not just sit there and wallow in self-pity, as I did. The Musman, it was pretty tough, but I've done it. I'll be here, so on New Year's Eve. That's fantastic news. Musman, fantastic, well done. So when I gave up for 9 years and then went back on the drink, I thought that would be it for the rest of my life. I had to take drastic measures to get myself sectioned and clinically detoxed. That was 15 years ago. Yeah, you went down a dark path there. I wasn't far off that, man. I mean, I knew I was killing myself. I just didn't have the strength to do anything about it, if that makes sense. I used to go to bed and think, tomorrow might be better. I want tomorrow to be better. And I used to wake up and think, oh, God, I don't feel well again. I'm even worse. It went on for years, not really. I lived in withdrawal for most of my life. Well, from the age of 40 anyway. A bit older life. But even in my 20s, I used to get terrible hangovers. I don't know how I did it. I don't know how you did it. Some women in the military and things like that, and trying to cope and trying to be a supervisor. I know a lot of us drank that. It was a big thing in the 80s and 90s. Not to please just anybody. It was expected anybody. All of us were drank more, didn't we? I think they're drinking more actually now, but at the time it was like, come on, we're in the centre of London, we'll have a good time, and it's easy. I was easily led, maybe. Joel, interesting note. 350 years ago, coffee houses took over taverns. Many, for the first time, found that how coffee was so much better for social society. Really? Yeah, you want to even then? I know Victorian days were heavy into drinks. Michael, Charles is channel what purpose? I don't know, Michael, but you get idiots all over the internet, don't you, Michael? John Dusty, what happened to beef and chicken? Haven't seen them footage. I don't know, to be honest. I haven't seen any social media. I did send her a message a little while ago, about 6 to 8 weeks ago, and said she was all right. So I'm not sure. Maybe they just moved on to different things, or could be life change, could be, relationships, anything. But she was moderate and she was on here a lot, wasn't she? But I mean, the things will settle down again in the new year, I'd imagine. But I haven't seen cars for a couple of days. At this time of year, people are busy with maybe social events or families staying and whatnot, and they'll be relieved tomorrow when everything kicks up back to normal, I suppose. A bit more a normal routine. Because New Year doesn't really change things that much. But it's the next thing to look after yourself for that New Year's Eve. Just have a normal day. Be sensible. Christmas is a little bit different to New Year. I think when you've got over the Christmas period, the emotions of all that, then New Year's Eve is nothing to worry about, really. I think that's quite an easy one to get over. It's not going to take you down too quickly like Christmas does. I mean, I'm a pretty happy person. I've been. Christmas time's difficult for everybody. Daft Christmas songs and the pressure on people financially as well. All of this is lumped in together. And the room with the kids. And I don't know about us, but families and job losses are coming up maybe in the new year. All the rents will go up, and all your bills are going to go up and all sorts of things. So there's a lot of this pressure on people. Send them to the boozer. Johnny, yeah, people have lives to live. Just wonder. Oh, thanks, Johnny. I agree. I know there's a couple of people disappeared, but another guy, Bertie Bassett, never came back, did he? He was quite vocal, yeah. But like you say, they move on. As long as we're here, keeping each other buoyed and healthy, that's the main thing. Because it's all looking after. Because I know for sure that all of you will recognise the pattern of this when you get really ill with it and you end up in hospital. And all you want to do when you're in hospital is to get out and be healthy again. There's nothing worse than feeling ill. And when you think, God, another thing I just think, I've done it myself. So why did I do it? We can't do that now. It's too late to sort of go back and change things. It's history, isn't it? It's never going to change. The only thing you can do is change yourself, can't turn the clock back and wind it up again. And I know for a fact I'm feeling better than I did when I was 25 because I don't drink. My body was constantly under the influence. I'm not madly, but there was always something going on. And when you clean, you eat better as well, and you don't actually do everything better. You even sleep better, don't you? Up any big piece of it is telling on yourself that you're thinking of drinking. Like making a sip of it happens. Tell a human, even a stranger in line, not your dog knows before you do. Yeah, that's a good point. Keep your sobriety as your main priority, then you'll be fine. Don't let it slip. It's so easy though, isn't it? Somebody says, "Oh, you just fancy a quick one, fancy a quick drink." Oh well, I'll be all right. After 8 years, I'll be fine. No chance. I know that. Sabrina knows that. A lot of us know that. The social drinking is just gone. That house is burned down, isn't it? And we just close the door on it. It just doesn't exist. There's only got the two options: die early or stop drinking. That's it. It's as simple as that. There's no scientific approach to it. There isn't a medical approach to it, other than don't drink anymore. Don't have one. Don't have shandy. Don't have anything. Zero. That's it. Joel, totally agree about Christmas time. Have a New Year's Eve a breeze. Normally a time for me now to get those jobs around the house I've been wanting to do for the last few months. Just got to keep positive, yeah. Well, this is another thing we've said, keep positive. We should all be positive. It's a good life, isn't it? If you don't weaken. Now, this hard work to get sober, it's easy, isn't it? When you've cracked it, just don't drink. But you're right there, yeah. Keep positive. We need to keep positive just for just general day-to-day living as well. Thanks, John, for that. Michael, almost felt like a young man again with the gifts of really good teas, cakes, socks, and a new turntable. Fantastic, yeah. Everything's good, isn't it? You couldn't be bothered with the gifts years ago, could you? Be bothered to eat your meal. Just have you ever heard this expression, pushing your food around the plate and hope that it would disappear? That's what I was like. I couldn't eat a meal. I didn't feel like a meal. I just felt like more drink. Fill up and drink more. Partner gave me some beautiful food last night. I ate a lot. Loved it. You get your taste buds back. Your zest for life comes back. And I said before, your purpose, your light switched on again. Everything's good when you stop drinking. I know a lot of people say it takes a bit of time to feel better. It might do, but you feel a lot better when you stop drinking. If you'd like to support the channel, please do. Hit the super chat button or the Buy Me Coffee link, which is on the main channel link. I couldn't put it on tonight for some reason. Super chats are good. Obviously, keeps the lights on here, as it were. Keeps me able to keep pushing these lives out and more videos and content, because on the videos, there's a lot of comments from some very good people as well, and they're worth reading and contacting those people as well. Really, really good information. There's people have been through a lot of different things to me. We're all different human beings, aren't we? Plus, on the key is knowing that you are never going to the pub for a few drinks. That's a good point. You need to tell yourself when you are tempted that you're about to embark on a days long rampage or take you down. Yeah. I've never been 2.5 pints in a bag of crisp person. So I know I can't do it. I know I've mentioned before, I always get a shotgun and blow my head off if I go for a drink. That's it. When you get that in your head, it's quite simple. You're going to die. You're not going to do it, are you? Unless you want to. And that's suicide, isn't it? But most of us aren't going to do that. So nobody should be doing that. Just focus on the fact that it's so destructive. Dave, I work in a pub, work Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. I honestly can't imagine going sober being a hospitality worker, especially over Christmas. But much stuff you, Stephen. Oh, she was like, oh, thanks, Dave. I know what you mean. There's a lot of publicans are alcoholics. A lot of hospitality drink too much. A lot of any jobs do, builders do. It's just everywhere. It's in society, isn't it? But that's a good point there. I don't go to the pub now, really. I find it hard work. I used to a little bit for goodness here, but I find people in there hard work. I find the atmosphere hard work. I find it very negative, especially around me. So I don't bother. What's the point? Valentinus, considered many times drinking both today and yesterday, but I'm glad I didn't. Yeah, keep off it. Fast forward to how ill you're going to be. Connor slipped a month ago after 280 days sober. Started off on bottles of vodka, but cut down to beer. Was in hospital twice last year through drinking. I can't let myself get that bad again. Connor, there's links to the one-to-one support that I do. I'll put my mobile number here if anybody needs. I'll send you some deals. You can't be going in and out of hospital. You know, after 280 days, you did well there. And just what made you slip, Connor? If you don't mind me shouting that. Was it just a need for it? So I didn't eat for 3 months, just vodka and orange and vitamin substitutes. Collapsed and rushed to hospital. Went to hospital. Doctors couldn't believe the absence of protein in my system. But it's amazing. Yeah, I was similar to that. I had terrible low sodium levels, because when the liver shrinks and gets cirrhotic, it doesn't. It's the same protein, it doesn't produce anything. But I had a sighted fluid as well. I had all the things going. I won the jackpot, really. Oh, John Doe, thanks so much. Fantastic donation there from John. Bit of fuel for that 50 pence meter, Steve. Thanks so much, John. Yeah, I was going to run out of electricity, and the lights were going to go. Just like that. Oh, one of them's gone, though. Cheers, John. Cheers, John. Really appreciate that. And makes a big difference to the channel. As I said, John keeps the lights on. Maybe put the heating on tomorrow. We'll get a few more. But seriously, though, great to be here. Great to be here on Boxing Day with you. It was good to be here on Christmas Eve as well. And I obviously had personal things to do yesterday. But keep on with these through to New Year. And then I'm going to put a proper schedule out and maybe do 3 or 4 a week. I think that's better. Top of 50 centimetres, those were the days. I went into quite a lot of student properties when I was in London, those meters. I was funny enough getting back to publicans. When I was a policeman in London, I used to go to this pub called the Red Lion, Kingsley Street. It's next to Carnaby Street, and the manager there was a guy from the northeast. I got to know him quite well. We used to have, not lock-ins, but we used to have a few drinks, me and him together. Just reminisce about Newcastle and football and all that. And we used to play the slot machines. And in those days, I had the old. If you remember the coin telephones. So ran out of cash one night. I think his wife had taken all the tills upstairs to cash out or whatever. And maybe the buy a light bulb, but I can't afford light bulbs yet somehow. Not on one donation. Need more than that. Lol, I've seen the price of light bulbs. Jesus. So anyway, we're playing this slot machine, and this manager, he said, "Oh, I'll have any more 10 pieces." I said, "I've got no cash." And he just went to the telephone box and opened the bottom out and took all that out. And we used all that on the slot machines, won a fortune. Anyway, that was years ago. I'm lucky prosecute for that. Samara, you're a big inspiration. Certainly is. Maybe buy a light bulb. Yes, I will try my best to save up and get some more lights on it. I actually quite like the semi-dark. Yeah, do you know comedians said don't put the big light on? I've heard Peter Case to say that. Blackstone, my family were really happy with me earlier for not drinking. They could relax. You don't realise how anxious and worried you make other people when you have a drink problem. Yeah, I see where you're coming from there. My daughter's much more relaxed now than she used to be. Because of that. Because she knows I'm reliable. If I need, she comes and picks me up. Our husband's there, but husband to be's there. We're fine together. Everything's all right. I'm not looking at a mess. I've been up on time. I'm not late for things. I've never been late, but you understand what I'm saying. You're not on form. Your family will be happy. They'll be more relaxed. They'll be there for you, and that's what you want. And you'll be there for them, more importantly, because relationships are mirror images. Especially with women. If you treat them well, they'll treat you 100 times better. You piss people off, they'll have you. That's in any situation in life. Consistency is key as well. If you want to be a better person, I've learned so much, especially from a partner, but just by being sober, that if you're quite kind to people, you get a lot back. You might not immediately, but you will. And because your energy is better and you're a bit more alert, you're not wandering about in the daze, you attract better energy and you just feel better. That's the thing, you feel better. Because also, when you're worried about your health, it's not good. When you're drinking, you're constantly worried about your health. When you're drinking, constantly worried. I don't care what people say. I don't care if I die. They do care. Nobody wants to die. Not normal people don't want to die. I've got guys I used to drink in that pub in the 40s. I don't care. They will care when in hospital at 47 with the burst ulcer or something, or pancreatitis. That's when I fucking care. And I wish I'd listened to that guy, Stephen, years ago. But there you go. You cannot help people who don't want to be helped, can you? Luke, nice to see you. First Christmas in 20 years sober, in 3 months. Sober on Sunday. Well done, Luke. Got a lot of people gone off the booze here, man, which is really good, isn't it? Which is what we're here for. Well done, Lucas. That's really good. 3 months is fantastic. I couldn't do 3 days, 3 hours at one point. So it's, big up for you and everybody else. Even people who are just on here to have a look at it and think about it, that means doing something towards sobriety, which is a big move, isn't it? It's a big step forward. Hot Penny often pictures Stephen in that hospital wishing to live. It was horrendous. Hot Penny, I don't know if you've seen some of the photographs on the older post. I'll put some more on. I don't tend to post much. I'm always doing comments and stuff and videos, but I was in such a bad way. I'm 6'2", I think now, something like that. And I was 9 stone in weight. I looked like a bloody poor prisoner from a concentration camp. I was so ill. So ill. You're welcome, Luke. You don't want to get to that point. Samara was ill. I was mentally ill as well. Well, look, make sure it's 2 year, 2 New Year's Eve as well. Yeah, that's well said. Keep pushing. Don't get weary. Don't ever be pressurized by other people. Because, like I said, the amount of people that dislike me just because of my presence and the way I've managed to turn these around is incredible. And the fascination they have now is just bizarre, really bizarre. The way they talk to me, and somebody don't even talk to me. I haven't changed, but you become a threat to people when you get well. You're not any better than anybody else, but they assume because you turn your life around that you're doing wonderfully and you had no problems. And it's up to them. If they want to get their lives, if they want to get their lives on track, then do so and don't piss people off. So you'll find your social circle will be smaller but better because the real people will keep in touch and they will look after you. On top of it, I think some people in here might not be alcoholic, but live with one. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I never thought about that. That's a good point. Yeah, I totally agree. Michael Holiday shout outs, EXO, Savannah Blackstone, Dennis Davey, John Hot Penny. Well done, Michael. All regulars, and nice to see new people as well all the time. Joel, absolutely, Steve. I have felt getting off the booze, clarity and happiness is the biggest reward for getting off it. So yeah, your health comes back and you start to look well again instead of walking sickness. Yeah, I was great, fucking great. You don't live a good life, and the functioning bit, you can function, but you're still controlled by it. And the functioning, you only function 10% of your true worth, really, and you lose a lot of momentum in your life. I think what you do as an alcoholic, you just strive for mediocrity. You're not trying to hit the top again, like you were when you were. I was very ambitious when I was younger. I'm ambitious now. Now I'm sober. I don't want to do anything when I was drinking, apart from just drink and get settled, and drink and get settled. And then the anxiety comes in. All you want to do is hide away and keep away from people. No, I can't get enough of it because I'm a social person. We're all social people at the start, aren't we? We wouldn't have started drinking otherwise, but we've done maybe to get over anxiety and, I think this is quite good. This is my drug of choice. When I was 14, 15, I had a couple of drinks. I thought, God, I feel really good. I feel like the older guys or maybe the more smart guys or whatever it was. And I felt this rush of excitement that I was going to be, doing this, and I did it. And I was really happy, and then I drank from then. I drank when I was happy, sad, whatever. But I drank more when I was doing well, if that makes sense. I didn't drink because I was depressed or lost something or something had happened. It was always days when I thought, wow, this is fantastic. I got a week off in the sunshine, and I'm doing well at work and all this kind of. That's when I drank. I drank more. So the stress of the job, no stress in the job I did. Not that I couldn't handle it, I wouldn't have done it otherwise, would I? So it's for different reasons we drink. Some people are just miserable in their life and they drink because they're miserable. I drank because I was happy and this off switch, and I could never find it. I was always searching for the switch off. I just drank faster and faster. And I used to, it was a badge of honor when you're young, isn't it? In a way that, I can drink more. I didn't ever said that to anybody, but I thought, I don't fall over. I'm not as bad as him because I don't drink spirits, and all this. And you sort of put it off all the time. Had pretty clear mind, thoughtful conversation, firm boundaries, memory. There was no downside I can see. There isn't. There's only upside, and then the downside comes as soon as you hit the bottle or the pint glass or whatever it is. So anyway, we still have shit days, even though we don't drink. Of course we do anymore, but at least approaching problems with a sober mind is a massive boost to our well-being, which is lots of problems in life. Everyone's got problems. Look at the royal family, because that decade. However, they're a bit different. But we all have problems. But as you said there, Samara, we can deal with them. We run away from them when we're drinking. We hide them. We can't deal with life. That's the issue, isn't it? If you can't deal with life, then it just goes down and down and down, just topples down. So what's this helter skelter thing? Just goes very quickly. Hello, Evernext, how are you doing? Happy Boxing Day. Hope Canada's well. Exactly, Samara, it's true. We still have shit days, even though we don't drink anymore, but at least approaching problems with a sober mind is a massive boost to our well-being. It is. Stress is less. That's the one thing I was going to talk about. The stress levels when I was drinking were massive. Massive. Not financial, nothing else. Just the stress levels of having to drink, try and get sober, go to work, live a life. That was a stress. Life's a breeze now, even though I've got problems. Well, not problems, you know what I mean? have any problems at the moment, actually. I don't want any. But, I can deal with life. Your car breaks down, you can do something about it. You don't panic. There's no panic in my life anymore. Peter, I think New Year Hogmanay is a much bigger challenge for the Scottish alcoholic. Yeah, it's very big up there, isn't it? Boozing goes into boozing into the fast lane for the Scots at this time, and they have 2 days of bank holiday, right? Yeah, well, I'm not far from Scotland, really, but I know what you mean. Massive Scottish contingent in London when I used to work in the Met. I used to really, really have a New Year's Eve. TK, I think it was Bat Country who said alcohol just makes you comfortable being unhappy. Wise words, yes. I know, I like Bat Country. It's nice for that spoken a few times. It's a good thing to say that, it makes you comfortable being unhappy. It does. You can be unhappy and just have a few more drinks to make you cushion it, maybe. Blackstone souvenirs from bad drinking experiences are quite good for preventing relapses. Very true. Next, I'm still sober, but wow, did I have FMO bad? Well, fear of missing out's always there, isn't it? Why can't my old drinking friends want to just go to a cafe, get munchies and snacks, and then they get cranky? I won't meet them at the pub. Don't worry about them. You must look after yourself in this. Talk about how you got to just say you just got to remember, drink doesn't cure problems. Creates another problem. Yeah, it just exacerbates things, doesn't it? Makes things much worse, much worse. If you'd like to support the channel, then please do. Hit the super chat button. The buy me coffee links on the main channel if you want to stick with those as well. The more support we get, the more we can do here. It's nice to see quite a lot of people in here. Surprised so many actually. With being bank holiday or Boxing Day. At the end of the day, not really much going on today. Tomorrow's a normal day, and I think, like I said earlier, and somebody else mentioned it, New Year isn't a problem unless you're in Scotland. But we'll be back to normal soon. When you get back to normal, you can focus more on your sobriety then, and just think, right, we'll have a new year. 2026 is going to be my year. I'm going to get stronger, fitter, more adaptable, make some more money, whatever you want to do. Hoping this is called manipulation, urbanized. True, it is, mate. Hi, Stephen, everyone. Who has struggled 5 weeks in? I've got through Christmas Day, and I'm okay. Thanks for your wise words. That's amazing, Mark. I'm really pleased with a lot of success story. I'm really pleased that everyone's on here. Not everyone, but a lot of regulars are. Success stories are fantastic. Really, that makes it worthwhile. This urbanized company, total manipulation. It feels like being excommunicated from the Church of Booze. Yeah. Well, you're best off being alone than being a boozer, because none of us are 18 anymore. We can't bounce back like we used to. It's not worth the risk, is it? For a few small moments of, oh, I'm in the pub again, all the people. Look around you when you go in a pub. Look around you. That's what you got to do. Yeah. How many success stories really help us too? Yeah, massively. Then people will feel the need, the desire, and the urge to think, well, I can do that. And that's a massive inspiration to people. Because I didn't think I'd ever get well again. I really didn't. I'm surprised I'm still here breathing. The amount of nonsense I threw down my throat, it was only all lager and beers. It wasn't any poison. It was poison, but it wasn't the hard poison. It's all the same. It's all got poison in it. And the stress I went through with different things. And now to be able to relax without alcohol is a blessing as well, isn't it? Because you hear the story, I need to relax, I need to drink. And it's not an excuse. And all it does is alters your mind into a state of thinking, life's not that bad, really. Warm gun, life's all right. You've got problems in the go at the pub, even people who skint, got no cash. Oh, good enough for a couple of pints, I'll be all right. That's the life. That's the life that's created by those in power for us. Unfortunately, I think this goes a lot deeper than we think. This alcohol thing, a lot deeper. I'm sure there's people pushing it here, there, and everywhere. License now is changing. There's some clever people involved in this. Some big money behind alcohol. It's a big business, and it definitely controls the masses, especially in the UK, without a doubt. Give them a few pints, they'll be all right. That's the way they think about us. We're the peasants, really, to these people at the top. Peasants. Some of the footage I've seen of people at the top end of society, It made you feel sick. And I quote one of them, was a guy in America, who was Giuliani or something, who said, lavish Christmas parties, hundreds of thousands of dollars. I wonder what the poor people are doing today. That's the way I look at this. I wonder what the poor people are doing today. And they spend $500,000 on a ring or a bracelet for their partners. That's the way life is, unfortunately. And I'm sure alcohol's got something to do with that. Lenny, meal-ups at Christmas has become a bit of a cliche, stereotypical trope, but I'm sure people will ups in January and February too. Of course they will. Yeah, it's just Christmas is more polarised, isn't it? How many crabs in a bucket, Urban Acts? One gets a claw out and the rest pull back in. Yeah, 100%. Sheriff, day 90, well done. First Christmas show since the 90s. Wow. I've never seen as many success stories since we started this channel. It's really good to see. Blackstone, in the 17th century, coffee houses were as numerous as pubs, but people got so switched on that the king had them all shut down. Really? So there you go. It's control. Without a doubt, it's control. Penny, how was it, Sheriff? It's good to have a sober Christmas, isn't it? The first one. Got a few now, it's good. It's just like another day, really, isn't it? Yeah, we actually discussed that metaphor, the crowd bucket. It's so troubling to think friends wouldn't want me to succeed. They're jealous. Jealous. That's the bottom line. Joel, get my dad's Scots, and when you're being on that big celebration, Scotch whiskey drinking did not do my dad's health any good. Death by stage 4 or 5 kidney liver disease. Wow. Sorry to hear that, Joel. Not good for your body, is it? Tommy, you see old pictures of high streets in the 60s with giant signs saying beer is good. I know. I agree. Blackstone people don't challenge the way things are when they're drunk. They don't. You become very vulnerable when you're drunk as well. Or not drunk, when you're drinking. Very vulnerable. Please like and share the lives and the videos, and if you want to support, please do. Yeah, when you're drinking, you don't really see. You don't see the world as it is. It kills a lot of brain cells. Drinking, anyway, doesn't it? John, New Year is harder for me than it's Christmas. Why is that, John? I mean, it might be a personal thing, but I always found that Christmas was a bad day. In fact, in the end, I found every day a bad day. To be honest, hardly the not friends, character discernment is compromised when drinking. It's a very good point, though. You mix with some strange folk when you're drinking. Don't you? The video I did tonight, it's worth a watch. It's about I put myself in some danger really when I was in the police with drinking. Not severe danger, but something that could have happened when I look back on it, which wouldn't have been good. We put ourselves into some compromising situations when we're drinking and associating with the wrong people. That's a big one. Don't associate with the wrong people because they will have you by the bollocks, so to speak. Short and curly. So, I want to take a pat on the back if you're a member of the Sober Alcohol Club. I've never met a bad ex-drinker. It's a good point. The drinkers are miserable. I was miserable when I drank. Never happy. No, never happy. Happens to Sandpoint now all the time. Neil went to local small supermarket on Christmas Eve for zero Guinness. All the zero alcohol was removed from fridge to make more room for alcohol. Really? What? That's fucking crazy, Neil. Straight to square it is, isn't it? A lot of bars, okay, I've noticed this. A lot of bars in rougher areas don't sell 0%. They sell one brand. The more affluent areas will have a lot more. But I can imagine that supermarket thing. It's a bit like on dry January, Wetherspoons lower the prices. What's all that about? On a positive note, I went to a recovery group potluck and there was 70 people. Fantastic. Places packed. I ate so much we'll have to go swimming for at least 2 hours. That's good news. Lisa, how are you doing? Lisa, hi Steve. Happy Christmas and all love for myself and husband. Well done to both of you. There's a lot of people on here tonight. This has been sober and it's good to see a lot of success stories. And this will be our first Christmas doing lives, won't it? New Year's was all out of the back. That's crazy, Neil, isn't it? Up on your girl in the club went to the bathroom and came back missing $500 out of her purse. The club played back the tape. It was her friend at the table. Well, bloody hell. There you go then. Sneaky bitch. Michael, congratulations, Sheriff, and Urban Acts and Mark too. You've got new sober friends here, Stephen Shannon and Mick. sober, clean living, friends near you. Yeah, get some decent folk. I probably wouldn't be here if I hadn't done still do that. Well done, Michael. Thanks for that. Paul and Jenny Weatherspoons are selling Worthingtons for £99 for 2 weeks. It's a cynical ploy. It's incredible, that, isn't it? So dry January comes up and they're selling stuff for 99 pence. If you'd like to support the channel, then please do. Please hit the super chat button. I'll buy me coffee links on the main channel. I didn't put the link in for some reason. Yeah, I wonder if that was an urban myth about Wetherspoons, but I do remember something about going in there last year and thinking, God, these prices are mad for the drink. The Guinness Zero was the same price. And somebody said, "Oh, this pint's only like 99 pence." I said, bollocks, it can't be 99 pence. But there you go, that's confirmation there. You know, it's dirty, it's horrendous, isn't it? I don't like Wetherspoons, as you can tell from some of my videos. I would quite happily take them on and say there's evidence to that company contributing to alcoholism, without a doubt. I've seen it with my own eyes. And it is cheap. And, they get away with it. That's business, isn't it? You can't change them. But I do think in my own mind, I've seen evidence of people drinking far too much in there because of the prices, mainly. Good evening, Steve, and all in the chat. I watched your video earlier. Same drinking here as me. I used to frequent hombres with the slash repulsion sticky carpets, which has got bananas, which cheap. I've never been to Bananas. At that time, there was a place called Rheingold's on the other end, wasn't it, of Oxford Street? Very strange place, that. The nicest one, Simon. Probably met you in there at some point. It's funny, isn't it? Top 0% is the same price to me. You think you might as well buy real beer. Well, there you go. Yeah. I see your point there. It's terrible, isn't it? It's very difficult to. No, it's not difficult. I think it's very, very easy actually to live sober. But if you want to go somewhere, you think, I'll just have one of those Guinnesses. No, I've got them. But they've got like 85,000 alcoholic drinks. It's bizarre, isn't it? But it's interesting that 0% is the same price to me. You think it might as well get rid of it. Just have a real one. All of these people that you lose out of your life, they're not worth replacing anyway. So do not give them a second thought. All right? It's not you that's done anything wrong. It's them being wankers. And, they're so jealous of your lifestyle because they've seen you get an interest in life, you get a bit more fit, maybe get another job or, new partner, whatever it is. I'm not saying you've got to get a new partner every day, but you understand what I mean. What's the first time I haven't had a drink on Christmas Day since school, and my bus pass arrives Monday. Well done. I'll get you there. New Year's Eve is my birthday. I'm confident of abstaining, but not overconfident. Thanks, Steve. You're welcome. Keep off it. Come back in the new year, and you'll be fine. Then, I ruined Christmas for years because I saw it as a great opportunity to get more drinking in. The thought of not drinking was unthinkable, such as how far I've gone down the road, Steve. Yeah, I used to think it was impossible for me not to live without a drink. Simon Smith is the Wild Club. My best mate from Alex too. Really? Oh, yeah. It's not weird. I used to live not far outside Alec. Where you live now, sir? Blackstone. People hear laughter inside the pub and think it's the booze. It's the people inside. Humans are social animals and don't need alcohol to be fun and lively. Exactly. I wish we could go live, and yeah, must be a way we do it. See each other. Be funny, wouldn't it? Well, it'd be funny. It'd be interesting. So back in the 80s, nightclubs, you had to keep moving because your feet would stick to the carpets in the bar. Oh, crazy. Absolutely crazy. I didn't go to a lot. All the ones I went to were in the south. And I was just because some of the lads went. Just get swept up in it, don't you? Gotta get swept up in the carpet from there. But yeah, I had some good times. But looking back, the good times were very minimal compared to the bad times. And I know it doesn't do anything for your health. All that lovely aroma of festering beer spills in the carpet. It's horrendous, isn't it? What's worse than that is going to a pub first thing in the morning. It's cold. And there's a smell of disinfectant, but you need a drink and you can't hold the glass. Horrendous. It's torture, isn't it? Alcoholism is torture, really, isn't it? You wouldn't put anybody through it, would you? A few people out with enemies, like. It costs so much, people are scared to spill it. Yeah, you're right now. Graham, I stopped drinking in June after years of struggle. I never thinking now and have the best Christmas since I was a kid. We're hungover every Christmas since 1991. It's far better, Graham, well said. 7 live in Wembley, near Wembley. Nice one. Yeah, it's I was down Miss London. I was down there the week with my daughter. It was expensive though, £15.60 for two Pepsis and a Guinness Zero. It was always expensive. I used to drink around Mayfair, and so you can imagine what that was like. John Doe, Samara, so true. It was like that in some early 90s clubs. Of course it was. Samara, 2 bottles of Diamond White with straws because the shakes at opening time. Yeah, we should have done that with straws. Hot pay, that's lovely, Graham. Peter, seeing your video about the Stepney Green pub incident made me laugh. Was my old stomping ground when I was in the Met. Really? Not good, is it? You were in sunny old Hotel Tango. Surprised you got alive off the shot, I know. Crazy, isn't it? Well, I was West End Central then. I didn't even know that area. I didn't know that area at all, obviously, because I went from from PD, Catford, as you know, up to CD, and then CV, and back to CD, which are both now closed. I was there the other day, actually, just to take a photo of the old building. And how I ended up in Stepney Green, I have no idea. But when I walked out, I thought, man, a sober up shop was here. It was a funny. I'll never forget that night. There's two sisters, and I thought, crap, there's two sisters who own a pub. Jesus, what a carry on. I was at the 1K the other night, Jim, but it was cash only. So I went across the road. I had some lovely duck. It was 10 days ago. I went to Manchester with my daughter and went down to London for a couple of days. Well, a day, overnight sort of thing. And 1K still there, still going. It's cash only still. Upstairs, downstairs, upstairs, down. It's so rude, aren't they? They've got T-shirts now in there. I'm just reminiscing of here, folks. But we used to drink a lot in the West End, and then go to this cheap Chinese place called the 1K. Brilliant food, and it was like mainly police or ex-police or off-duty police in there for some reason. But if you go to London, go down to Chinatown, and you find 1K on the right-hand side. But on Wardour Street, I think, isn't it? Anyway, keep healthy and happy. That's the main thing. We need you all back up in New Year. Obviously, I'll do a couple of lives in the meantime. I'll let you know when they're on. Probably tomorrow or Sunday. Definitely Sunday. And we'll keep getting these positive messages out, which is brilliant. Jim, they're not as rude as they used to be, though they used to be crazy. There's still cash only there. Simon Wonky, classic renowned for abuse directed to customers. It was funny, wasn't it? Barbecue pork noodle soup. Hot penny Grim, how did you finally pack it in after years of struggle? Michael, thanks for the laugh. Mr. Samara, we do recall them cheesy and cheeky nightclubs, and though we were really living in. Yeah, we thought we were living, yeah. I remember speaking to an Irish guy once. I said, "Do you go to the pub much?" He said to me, "This is a true story." He said, "The Irish, well, that's kind of an Irish accent." He said, "An Irish accent. We live in pubs." The Irish. Samara, I won't lie. Some of the best times I had my whole career in the Navy was when I was pissed. Of course, that's why we did it. Blackstone beer and Chinese restaurants is crazy expensive. Oh, I can imagine.
Unknown call.
I don't know what that is. Some guy, I'm very bad alcoholic, just got another bottle of vodka for the night. Seen your videos recently, related a lot. If you need to come off it, if you want to come off it, sorry about this. If you want to come off it, then get in touch with me. I'll put my number in here. But also, there's a link to one-to-one support, which I do a lot and help a lot of people come off the booze. That's my number there. There's obviously +44 if you're outside the UK. Joe, one of the things I found myself doing was to hide the amount I was drinking, was to pub crawl. Really, by the time you've been to 6 pubs, end up with blackout and not knowing how the hell you got home. Jesus. Hi Samantha. Good night. I'll speak to you soon. Hope you've had a good listen and watch here. There's been some very positive messages tonight, which has been brilliant. And I hope we're all striving for the same thing, which is good health, happiness, and a peaceful life, which is fantastic. And let's see you all over the weekend. Have a great evening tonight. I'm glad for some of you Christmas is over. I know it can stir a lot of emotions up. Keep watching the videos, like and subscribe. If you want to donate, you can do it through the sort of chat or the Buy Me Coffee link on the channel. And I shall see you very soon. It's been a pleasure, as always. I'll see you very, very, very soon. Enjoy tomorrow and try and get out for a walk. at least do some exercise. Don't just mope around the house watching old films. I don't know if The Great Escape's been on, but it used to be on every Christmas, didn't it? Many thanks to all of you. Thanks for the donations, and keep them coming in because it keeps the lights on. I'm getting a new light bulb now, and let's have a good chat. Let's start the new year fresh, solid, get more people involved, and get this huge, this channel, because we can help a lot of people. And if we help one person, we'll help 1,000. Okay? Good night, all, and let's say, keep positive, and yeah, keep strong. Gotta keep strong. Don't let it creep in, because it's easy to, like, as soon as you switch this off, like, oh, let's have a drink. Don't do that. Hi, Kathy. You're very welcome, and we'll see you very, very soon. Good night.